Now let's go to visual diagnosis, the relationship between the tongue and Zangfu organs. The relationship between the tongue and the Zangfu organs. All the channels and collaterals are directly or indirectly connected to the tongue. The following are the major connections to the channels. 3 yin channels of foot. Chapter 10 of the Divine Pivot states that the spleen channel of foot yin connects with the root of the tongue and scatters over the bottom. The kidney channel of foot yin harbors the tongue root, and the liver channel of foot yin has a channel network in the tongue root. The young channels of the foot, for the Divine Pivot, Chapter 13 states the bladder channel of foot taiyang, the muscle region, a branch enters the root of the tongue. For yin channels of hand, the Divine Pivot states the divergent channel of the hand yin follows the channel into the heart and then to the root of the tongue. All of the Zangfu organs are directly or indirectly related to the tongue. The heart, the tongue, is a sprout of the heart. The heart opens to the tongue, and the heart helps to distinguish taste and enable speech. The tongue is also the external sign of the spleen. The spleen is the root of qi, blood, and body fluids, which nourish the tongue. The spleen also controls the muscles and affects tongue movement. The liver controls the tendons and affects tongue movement. And the lung system passes through the throat and is connected to the tongue. The filiform papillae are associated with the lung because they depend on nourishment of the body fluids, which are distributed by the lung. The kidney is the root of the congenital essence, stores the yin, and hence affects the shape, size, and moisture of the tongue. The heart is a sprout, the tongue and the tongue body is distinguishes taste and enables speech. The liver dominates the tendons, and the tongue body moves flexibly and mixes food. The kidney stores essence and congenital and has normal shape and moisture. The spleen and the stomach, the spleen dominates the tongue body with normal shape and distinguishes taste sense. The spleen in the stomach generates qi, blood, body fluids, and nourishes the tongue body. It has spirit and normal color. The stomach produces digestive smoke, and it is seen with thin white coating. And the lung distributes body fluids, so the coating has proper moisture. The tongue is divided into several parts that correspond to each of the individual Zangfu organs. The posterior third, which is closest to the throat, is associated most closely with the organs of the lower burner, such as the kidney and bladder. The middle of the tongue is analogous to the middle burner and hence reflects the state of the spleen and stomach. The anterior third of the tongue is most closely associated with the upper burner organs, including the lung and heart. Finally, the lateral portions of the tongue are associated with the lateral aspect of the abdomen, which is dominated by the liver and gallbladder and thus reflects their health. The tongue serves as a mirror of the Zangfu organs. This is because the channels and collaterals of the Zangfu organs are all connected directly or indirectly to the tongue. The mucosa on the tongue is thin and transparent with a rich supply of blood, and the tongue papillae are sensitive to changes. Therefore, being a sensitive marker of internal changes, the tongue serves as an indispensable tool when differentiating patterns. The taste sense of the tongue can affect the appetite. The spleen and stomach functions are related to the tongue function. The spleen and stomach are the source of qi and blood. Appetite and taste are related, and both are functions of the qi of the spleen and stomach. Thank you for your attention.